right, welcome. Fade to Black breaking news for this Wednesday, February 7th, 2024. This is all of the news that you need. I'm Jimmy Church. How you doing? Let's get straight to it today. On this day in history, 1964. The British invasion began when the Beatles landed in New York City on this day in 1964, and 2 nights later, as Beatlemania stormed America, their performance on The Ed Sullivan Show was watched by 73 million people on this day in 1964. Here's your Fader fact. It's the Tic Tac loophole. Despite being almost entirely sugar, Tic Tacs are light and small enough to be legally labeled as 0 sugar per serving. And that is your Fader fact. That's a conspiracy. That's a conspiracy right there. Let's get right to it, to the breaking news. Chinese scientists claim they have built an artificial intelligence system that can beat one of the world's most widely used large language models, or otherwise known as LLMs. iFly Tech's Spark version 3.5 outpaces OpenAI's GPT-4 Turbo in language capabilities, math, and coding, and is a close second to American AI systems in several other areas, according to Chinese government-affiliated media outlet Shine. Spark version 3.5 is also marginally better than GPT-4 Turbo at multimodal task. iFly Tech's chairman Leo Qingfeng said January 29th at a company conference. This means it's more proficient at understanding one kind of input and providing a different form of output as an answer. You know, like ingesting a text prompt and then giving you back an image. GPT-4 Turbo is an upgraded version of GPT-4, which is used to power ChatGPT and is widely considered to be one of the most powerful AI tools since it rolled out back in November of 2023. China's right on us, man. NASA is blueprinting a moon to Mars strategy that intensifies science as one of 3 pillars upon which the agency's quest for a sustained human exploration throughout the solar system is built. What's now being plotted out is the architecture for achieving that goal. NASA Moon to Mars architecture workshops are being held later this month, hosted by the Space Studies Board of the National Academies. According to a statement by Nujun Moranci, Deputy Associate Administrator of NASA Strategy and Architecture Office within the Exploration Systems Development Mission Directorate, the space agency is searching for views on science and technology investments that can help lead to sustainable human return to the moon and dispatching crews to Mars. Science work on Mars has three high-level objectives. First, astrobiology, to determine if life ever developed on Mars. 2, climate, the processes and history of water and climate change on Mars. And 3, geology, geophysics, and geochemistry, to understand the physical record of planetary evolution. I'll keep you posted, but the Jet Propulsion Laboratory, which plays a huge role in NASA's Mars exploration program, just announced it will lay off more than 500 employees. The Los Angeles County facility attributed the cuts to a shrinking budget from the federal government. In an internal memo, the laboratory expected to receive a $300 million budget for its Mars sample return project for the 2024 fiscal year. Director Lori Leshin said this accounts for a 63% decrease from 2023. Leshin added that approximately 530 employees, about 8%, will learn today that JPL will no longer employ them. The lab cut on-site contractors earlier this month and plans to let go of 40 more in this round of layoffs. Wow. A dead European satellite will come crashing back to Earth later this month. We just don't know when. The incoming spacecraft is the European Space Agency's ERS-2 satellite, which launched in April 1995 and wrapped up its Earth observing duties in September of 2011. ESA began preparing for the ERS-2's demise even before its primary mission ended, performing 66 engine burns in July and August of 2011. Those maneuvers used up the satellite's remaining fuel and lowered its average altitude to 356 miles in order to reduce the risk of collision with other satellites. ESA will keep Earth updated about ERS-2's dramatic return over the coming days. I'll keep you posted. A dazzling Bronze Age hoard discovered 60 years ago in Spain, referred to as the Treasure of Valena, and dating back to the period between 2200 and 750 BC, has now been found to possess extraterrestrial metal. 2 iron artifacts within the treasure, a small hollow semisphere from a sword hilt, and an open bracelet, mark the first instances of materials originating from beyond Earth in Spain. Through metal analysis, the researchers found that the pieces were fashioned utilizing iron sourced from a meteorite. Specifically, they came from the Mon-Thursday meteorite that crashed on Earth around 1 million years ago. Incredible. Check this out. The first data released to the public from the ESO Sky Survey comprises an X-ray view of half of the sky over Earth, encompassing almost 1 million high-energy cosmic sources, including over 700,000 supermassive black holes. This catalog, dubbed the ESO All-Sky Survey Catalog, otherwise known as ERAS-1, was published last Thursday, February 1st. It is the largest ever catalog of the universe's most powerful sources of energy. You know, like exploding massive stars and black hole-powered active galactic nuclei that shine brightly in X-rays. The release also details the largest known structures in the universe, cosmic web filaments of hot gas that connect galaxies in clusters. The results show that in just over a half a year of operations, ESO has managed to discover more high-energy X-ray sources than has been found in 6 decades of examining the sky. And that is incredible. And finally, I'll leave you with this. Deep Sea Vision, a marine robotics company, recently captured an object on the ocean floor about 15,000 feet below the surface of the Pacific Ocean. The object, which resembles the shape of a plane, I've seen it, that's what it looks like to me, lies roughly 100 miles from Howland Island, the uninhabited strip of land just north of the equator where pilot Amelia Earhart and navigator Fred Noonan were due to land on the morning of July 2nd, 1937. Their failure to arrive at Howland in their Lockheed 10E Electra, following more than 19 hours of flight from Lae, New Guinea, made headline news for more than 87 years. That's right. It has remained one of the greatest unsolved mysteries of our time. When the Lockheed Electra NR-16020 is finally found, the next challenge will be to assess its condition and determine if it's feasible, or at least in the best interest, to attempt to raise it from the ocean floor. Recovery is going to be difficult. It's going to cost a lot of money. The question is, should we do it? If the mystery is finally solved, what is next? Do we send down a sub with researchers, humans, right? Bodies and photographers? Do we do that? Do we look for human remains? Big questions, and I'll keep you posted. There you go. There's all the Fade to Black breaking news that you need for this Wednesday, February 7th, 2024. Fade to Black breaking news is produced by Renee Newman. I'm Jimmy Church. Go back, Lee Tappy.